Hi, I am Waleska Rodriguez. I am the program director at No Divide KC. We've been using the arts since 2017 as a vehicle for social awareness, participation, and community building across Kansas City. We partner with local artists and organizations like From the Lyric Opera to Kansas City Synergy Services to bring forward stories too often left unheard. In every artist's goal, rehearsal, performance, we honor differences of races, ability, gender, and more, building an accepting and connected community through the arts. Let's hear it firsthand from the artists that are making impact in our community.
I think that a lot of what I write comes from experience.
Hey friends, welcome back to Getting Close Up, the show focused on independent artists and creatives. I'm your host, Danielle Cox, and I'm so happy you're here because I've got some people I want you to meet. These two that were with me today are part of a nonprofit organization that seeks to close the gap and eliminate the divide. Today, we are getting close up with Waleska and Lindsey of No Divide KC. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Happy to be here.
Thank you so much. Your smile is just like lighting up the whole corner. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I didn't meet you initially. The first time I met you, and I was at a Charlotte Street event. Another great organization that helps creatives and does all kind of things within the creative community. But then we got a chance to go to the No Divide KC studio. Okay, I was like, do I say base? Do I say layer?
I mean, depending on who's there, it can definitely be a base.
Okay.
I've seen that.
I was like, thank you for seeing me look for the word.
Yeah.
Well, it's such a beautiful space. And that's where I met you, the program director, and you are associate director. Make sure I get the terms right. And it was such a bright and open space, and it just felt really conducive to collaboration. And I thought that was really awesome.
Yeah.
But you just got there.
Yeah, we moved in October, I believe, and it has been an incredible space, like you said. I mean, everyone that walks in, it's at the Livestock Exchange building in the West Bottoms.
Love that building.
We do too. It's lots of good energy. There's over 40 or 50 artists within that building. We have a really gorgeous studio space with natural light and tall ceilings, and
a lot of natural light and tall ceilings.
Yeah, it's a really just good vibe. People have found it to be inviting and welcoming, which is what we want, number one. And then we can host a variety of events there, which has just been a really exciting thing for our organization.
And not only like hosting events, but allowing artists to do what they want to do without the gap of I can't find a venue for it.
Yeah.
I can't pay, $500 to $1,000 for my show, things like that. So what we did with the studio was that we offered a $10 a month membership. We just actually capped it not that long ago.
Oh, wow.
Because, well, if you have 30 days and each artist can produce a show for free or an event for free once a month, you have 30 artists, then you have your whole month.
No, that's true. Like it's like a way for it to kind of just add up.
Yeah, so we're definitely like one of our main morals or light that we guide through is that we want to give as many people the opportunity as we can. So we are always trying to implement ways that people can, rotate cohorts or actually be in communication with people that you work with so that you can get to know the artist. What do you do? What are your actual needs? Is this even like what you need to be doing, or can we plug you in a different way? I feel like moving into the Livestock Exchange building really allowed No Divide KC to be that hub for people that we've been wanting to be for so long.
The place when you get in there, because it's so open and wide and bright, it feels like a blank slate that allows your mind to go wherever. I know that's what I felt when I was in there. But let's talk a little bit too just about No Divide KC and what their mission is. We talked a little bit about what you guys do, which I think is great. But overall, the mission.
No Divide KC is a nonprofit that works mainly with communities of underserved people, meaning that we try to give the stage to those that usually wouldn't have the stage in other circumstances. It is not that hard to imagine what communities these are. We've mainly been towards queer community. I guess that just kind of happened because it's not the only one, but it's a common mistake that No Divide is where the queer artists are, and it is. But it's more than that, and of course it's been a big part of my role at No Divide and Lindsey's to expand that to immigrant communities, BIPOC communities. We have also put children in that pile because I always say that a lot of people, when we need to start talking about this, is that many people don't see children as full humans.
Yeah.
A lot of people see them as extensions of others. And for that, they are very underserved because children aren't usually asked what they want, because we see that as, well, what they are telling me that they want is out of spoiledness or like trying to get something out of me. Developmentally, children can't do that. Their brains are not prepared to manipulate you. Literally, like it's not a concept that children know. And what else?
They're trying to get their needs met,
Correct.
essentially.
Correct.
And you're not paying attention to what their needs are, seeing them as a creative being capable of being listened to.
Yeah, yeah. And personally, like one of my goals would be to expand to elderly communities, because we are finally at a stage where we can see so many of our, minority communities get older.
Yeah.
I think we're very blessed
And have time to be creative.
Yeah.
That is a big
Yes.
thing, because you see a lot of people who are having to work way past retirement, and even still, if even that is the case for you, not being able to be creative or continue the types of things that you've had in your heart your whole life.
Yeah, and not treating it as a luxury item, that it's like way far away where only, certain people get to do that thing.
Yeah.
Recognizing that art and music and those types of education, creative outlets, they're so needed, and every single individual can get something out of that, and then as a collective community, we are healthier and stronger if the arts and music scene is thriving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and arts for a culture, like when certain people want to attack culture, the first thing they do are creatives. They go for creatives and they go for intellectuals. It's like the first things that get attacked to destabilize the idea of culture and then rebrand it however they want. So that's why it's even more important to expand these ideas, help people understand that when you talk about an underserved community from that standpoint, it does include the elderly. It does include children. There are a lot of people included in that.
And even like you keep expanding. For example, we have two main education branches, the bicultural poetry program, I'll get to that, and Art Spark. And we just were able to expand Art Spark to 18 to 25-year-old people, because another thing that we notice is that when kids are 18, society's like, well, you don't need me anymore. Boom. And then you have a bunch of people that are literally at like hormonally one of the wildest states of your life.
True.
Like when you're 18, like everything is hard, everything is ending, everything is over, and you do believe it.
I felt
like
18 on Thursday.
Okay, yes, but like I feel like later after like later, okay, listen, I have a point. I just feel like later in life you start to understand, like, yes, everything feels like it's gonna fall.
Yeah.
But I've been here
Right.
enough times to know that that's not necessarily going to happen. Like to separate the fact from the belief that comes from the feeling of exhaustion.
True.
And so when you're 18 and you're literally thrown into the world alone, immediately, poof, for me, underserved community.
Yeah.
And when I was going to say about the bicultural poetry program, I love that you're saying the culture thing, because I've been on that one for a while now. Last year, in 2025, the theme for the bicultural poetry program was culture, because we started to see how, not only we weren't getting people that maybe didn't speak Spanish and English, some of them didn't grow up learning Spanish because of their parents telling them that it was dangerous. We have a lot of people that just didn't learn it, people that have heritage and are interested in other languages. We got people that spoke Russian, that spoke Mandarin.
Wow.
And then it became this whole thing. And then people that are just interested in it, that don't really have any like background in their life with language or not. And it was like, okay, well, what is culture then? And if you go to the dictionary, culture is just what you have in common with other people. And I was like, oh, okay, so everybody has culture. And what has really happened with this, the concept of culture is that it's been segregated specifically to minorities, which is so dangerous, because then you start seeing it as an otherness.
Yes.
You start seeing it as something that is different. And what happens when we see something different? We're scared of it.
We're scared of it. You don't look at it as a connection point. You see that this is just for them.
Correct.
And so, like, even with your mission to help underserved communities, there's people that can even be threatened by that,
Yeah.
which Go ahead.
Yeah, well, we just, Notified's been around for several years, but Waleska and I just got hired at the beginning of last year. And, one of the first weeks I was there, we received some funding, and then right away it was taken away. So just because of that, because of the diverse population that we work with. And so it shouldn't have to shift what we say and what we do, and it really doesn't. Our mission has stayed the same, but it is really unfortunate when certain groups, obviously, certain words are being attacked, certain, just based off of diversity. And that's a shame. However,
because why would you even donate in the first place?
Right.
If you're gonna pull it back, I don't understand.
Yeah, and we're in a position where, as a nonprofit that wants to survive and thrive for many years and have provide something for the community where then artists and everyone else can thrive as well. We want to sustain, and we want to be here a while, and that does take funding. And it is unfortunate to see the people that are kind of turning their back away from that. Yeah. But we are pretty lucky in the sense that we know. The majority of people really do care about the kind of work that we do and the people that we work with. And especially in Kansas City, it's such an awesome community with so many people doing great things, obviously. That's why we're here with you all. And
thank you. I appreciate being put into that.
Truly. And it's like, why would we want to take away from anything like that? If anything, if we were a smart society, it's like this is where we focus.
I mean, I personally love this city with a lot of heart. I've lived in different parts in my life, and when I came here, it just, I don't know, I found a community of people. I was like, I saw No Divide KC. I was like, how can I help? It was the first time that someone ever really gave me a space to do my art.
Yeah. How did you find it? How did you get exposed to it?
Oh my God. Queer Narratives Festival 2021. I was my first performance of spoken word in English.
Oh, wow.
So it meant a lot to me. And then I was like, how can I help? What do you guys need? And now I'm here, right? But it's been a long time. We've been volunteer-based forever. And it means a lot to see us growing into this beautiful space. Like, I love that people keep coming back to the space because it's like living somewhere that you knew you deserved to be at because you knew how much you could make with that. It's like what actually happens when you invest in people that people usually don't invest in.
Yeah.
What happens is that you get a huge community hub in the middle of the West Bottoms in a very corporate looking building that is getting what exposure to these artists in underserved communities that usually they wouldn't be exposed to. Right. Because the truth is that we all live in a little bubble, a lot of times dictated by our phones.
Yeah.
And the true reality of this is like, if you want to be exposed to other people, you're going to have to like show up.
You're gonna have to show up.
You have to show up.
And how did you get connected?
Yeah, so my background is in social work. So I've worked in Kansas City for many years with teens and under-resourced young adults, and moved to a conservation program. So it was a little bit like nature meets social work.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, so which was great. But I got a little burnout of the system that I got pretty used to, and that needs some revamping, if not total rebuilding. And I went to a No Divide event, actually, and I met Stacy a couple of years ago, and I just said, tell me more about what you're doing. And a few things that she mentioned right away was, art is at the heart of everything that they do. They pay every artist that they work with. They really are intentional about making connections with people in the city. Yeah. And all of those things, rang true to what I want to do next. And I just said, I'd love to work with you all if anything like that came up. And so I think, not that long after that, we had an interview, and I worked all part-time last year, and Waleska and I, like I said, we got hired both at the beginning of last year, and then now we have a very small but mighty full-time team plus a new part-time operations person, and it feels like we finally are like able to plant some roots again with the studio space, and then the connections we're continuing to make in the city. It feels kind of like a dream come true in that way.
I mean, it is to go from volunteer base to being able to pay people.
It's crazy.
That is crazy, and it is the dream. It really, really is. Like, everybody wants to, like us included, to get to that point where it's like, I can pay you for this.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, now we can do this. And that's really what everybody wants.
Yeah, and you believe in the mission. It's like, you know what you're doing, and you have that purpose, and the belief is there. and then we all got to pay our bills too. So it's like, you're right. When they can be a partner together, it is incredible, because then it allows us this flexibility to then really be intentional again about like what we're doing and what we're putting out there. And every time that we do something, we can say we know why we're doing it.
You know exactly why you're doing it.
Yeah, it's pretty powerful.
It also helps you filtrate things, I think. It's very easy, like, you know.
That blends into my next question. We are on a wavelength.
I used to do what you do
We are
for
on
a long time.
I love that.
Yeah.
We're definitely, because I want to, I'm going to hold you there because I want to ask, because you mentioned so many of the different programming and events that you do. And there's spaces outside of, well, it's not outside of creativity, because health is very important as well. To everybody, including creatives. You don't have to worry about your body and things that's going on with you. You can be creative. You don't have to worry about those types of things. But there's so many different layers and scopes under the mission. How do you filter to figure out the programming and exactly what to focus on?
Wow. That's a great question.
I'm so glad I thought of it. We thought of it together.
So this is the thing. It's one, always when we come, like, let's say an opportunity comes up and somebody, we get that stuff all the time, right? The way that we know if we can do it is if we have funding for it, first and foremost. We are a very small team. So if we don't have funding for it, we can't do it. And that's the first barrier that I think we've had to, like, literally have meetings about, like, we really want to do this. Can we do it? We can't. We can't. Like, it happens a lot. I mean, with just having Jamie and the team now, we're able to expand more to other things that we wanted to do because she's there now. So it really means a lot to have new people. It's just such a small team. Another thing that we do is this did include an underserved community. And is it using the arts as a social awareness tool? So those are all words that are specifically in our mission.
Got it.
And that's how you filter it. The way that we make sure that we're not nepotistic about it, because it's true.
No, for real.
Because it's true. A lot of arts organizations and organizations in general, you can only work with them if they know you, and in a lot of ways, that has stopped people from really exploring their creativity, or like even for you to know who these people are. We try as best as we can to diversify these things. One thing that we're doing new for our upcoming Queer Narratives Festival this summer is we have a panel of past queer narrative artists that are selecting the artists for the festival, and I'm planning to continue that. We're very excited. It used to be like our board, and to be very honest, our board used to be just a bunch of volunteer artists. We've diversified, of course, and it's proving to be so beneficial for No Divide to have other than just artists doing this work for other artists, but having those artists in that room is so important. I deeply believe that Lindsey has been one of the greatest things that happened to No Divide, because she's expanded that other world that maybe for some of us that were just artists, we didn't even know existed or how to tap into it. And I just feel like it's very mission driven. That is us too, because we bring such different components to No Divide and its outreach, and the way that we apply that mission, but also we make a really good team. We're very good. Like, you know, we've also been training hard on our team ethics, because your organization can only be as strong as your team is. And it's not easy to work with people.
No, and you did mention, like, the board is diversified, and there's even, like, within the organizational leadership, there are people with different levels of experience in different things, law, the types of things that really are needed when you're talking about underserved communities, like all these different skill sets.
Totally. And I think that's what we are discovering. I mean, we truly like hit the ground running last year, and it was just like, how much can we do? What can we do? Let's go. We're so excited to, like you said, get to do this job and get paid for it. And let's go. And then this last year, at the end of this last year, it's really allowed us to pause a little bit and breathe, and then a little, to Waleska's point, focusing on the boundaries of, you know, what are we doing? Let's do those things well, and let's also recognize we can't do everything, just like everybody else. And we do have an all women team, which is incredible. And that also means we wear, 20 different hats, and we're used to being like, yes, we can do this, we can make it all work. And we don't have to do that though. And we can support each other. I think we all feel very supported within that realm of like, hey, what about this issue? We can bring it up and then we can problem solve together. Or if someone, is at capacity with other things, we can step in and, kind of fill a role if we need to. But I think as we get to know each other more within the team, I mean, we really do complement each other on what each of us naturally like doing. The other one doesn't maybe love that, and then vice versa. So it has worked out, and we just, again, we believe in what we're doing. And so it's not hard to recognize, like, why are we showing up and why are we, there's a lot of things, I mean, pretty much everything we look forward to doing the thing, even when we know, like, okay, that's going to take a lot of work.
It's going to take a lot of work.
Right.
And a lot of, truly, and a lot of volunteer and all the things, but it's like, we still recognize why we're doing it. And if we get to a point for something, we're like, why are we doing this? And maybe we can't answer that. And it's like, then maybe we don't do it.
Maybe we don't do
and
it.
that
Maybe we
has
don't do
happened
it.
too.
Yeah.
It's so fun just to like grow and see it. Like, I don't know. I feel like we go through this a lot where we say, well, what reasons do we have to believe that we're not going to achieve this? None.
I know that's right.
Because the truth is that to think about what No Divide means right now, it's kind of like I don't know, like we would have never thought. Stacy, definitely, who's not here today, our executive director and co-founder, she definitely didn't think this was her passion project. Stacy's a musician, and No Divide was a concert that we started there, and then people were like, "When's the next concert?" And then we're like,
wow.
well, there's none because we just did this one, and then they started, they did the 501c3 and blah blah blah. So
And it
now
just
we're
went
here
from there because a purpose got attached to what you were doing.
Yeah, but then there were people that believed in her idea. Stacy got a donation, and I think that's on our website, from Rehabilitation Center. Both of our co-founders are sober, and it's a big part of our history as well.
Wow.
That they met at what they say gay AA.
Yeah.
Yes, our co-founders Emily Spreadling and Stacy Bush. But there was these people that knew them because of what they were, working in life, and they got a donation for the sound equipment, and that's how they were able. And we still have that sound equipment to this day.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's also rare because sound equipment.
Well,
Sound equipment is a little fickle. There's something behind that, but that's okay. But I love that because with all the different types of events and within your programming, some of you could tell the creative spark within it too. So that the creative side as well as the purpose are together. The alt timelines. I thought that was so cool to put together like a gala ball type event where people can imagine how they would be if they could really truly be what they wanted to be.
Totally. And I am learning, people love a theme.
People love a theme. I love a theme.
And that is not like a natural instinct of mine, but I've learned to really appreciate it because, my partner and I, a couple years ago, went to the No Divide Gala just for fun, thinking like, this sounds cool, exactly to your point, the alternative timelines. And it was super fun, and it was such a great way for people to show up. And then this last gala, as was by far our most attended, most successful, all the things. But it also was like the vibe was so cool.
Yeah.
It was just
People
fun.
looked really cool.
People looked really good.
Man.
And I just found it to be like it was a celebration. Truly, of like what we've done.
Like a celebration.
Yeah, we need y'all to be at this next
But it
one.
is-
I want to.
Okay,
so bad.
good.
Well, yes, you will be.
will
Now that we're talking about it, you will, because it's awesome. Like, where else are you going to find a room with a bunch of funders, a bunch of our community impact ambassadors, our families that were there, and the
Yeah.
artists that we work with, artists that have been there before, volunteers that are also artists that were before, artist members, like
Partner
it's just
organizations.
partner
everybody.
organizations, absolutely. The interns, and like we're all there,
Everybody there at the same time.
Yeah.
and also everybody's looking interesting.
Looking
really
so
funny.
interesting. I love thinking about,
I know.
ooh, how I want to do this. So yeah, love it thing.
Yeah, and it helps people just like, again, bring that social awareness that we don't just have a theme.
Yeah.
The theme is alternative timelines last year specifically because we wanted people to think about how can you build the timeline that you want to see.
That part.
Because at the end of the day, it's y'all.
Tell me what partnerships look like under No Divide.
So we have, through our education branch, we have a lot of amazing schools and other nonprofit organizations that do direct services with young people, teens, young adults. And so we're able to come in with our art facilitators and programs and provide directly to them as far as what they get to basically choose from this amazing catalog that Waleska has created. Then our partner organizations outside of that, we have people and businesses that want to, offer discounts to our artist members.
Oh, wow.
To hopefully save them a little bit of money, be some benefits, be some perks. Also, then our like other organizations out in the community that put on shows and, want to maybe give discounted tickets for people to come support what they're doing. Again, there's so many incredible things happening in Kansas City. You almost can't see it all, but you could look up our calendar or anyone else's, and just be like, oh yeah, this weekend I could go check out a couple of these things and the shows that are happening. Again, it's about putting the joy back into the community and building that connection. There's a lot of hard things happening always, but right now too. And it's like it's continuing and maybe even a little more heavy than it has been in a little while, or maybe it's just things are coming to light. But a big piece of what we're doing, and kind of to what you spoke about with the gala, it's like if we can kind of buck the system a little bit as far as like we can't just do this or do this. It's like there is so much in between when it comes to creative expression, when it comes to how to have personal relationships, professional relationships, how to partner with people, getting people in the studio and brainstorming like, what do you want to do?
So talk to me about what's next. I know the Queer Narratives Festival is going to be coming out somewhere around the time that this episode comes out.
Yeah, so this summer, in the past this is our 7th year of Queer Narrative Festival, 5 to 8 weeks long. This summer is going to be 5 weeks long of a gallery for our visual artists at the Smalter Gallery, and then all culminating up to various amazing events to August 8th, which is our festival day. And
that's a big undertaking.
Yes, it is. And it's so fun. Even within that, again, last year was like the biggest, best, all the awesome things. And we're just continuing to build off of that. We have, drag performances, spoken word, comedy, musicians, a lot of different artists that are going to be celebrated on that day. And as a participant, I can tell you, if you went last year, to come again. If you haven't gone, to show up, because it is, it's one of the most unique live events I've ever been to. And it's also what we keep hearing over and over again is people feel so accepted and so invited to, just show up as yourself, show up as who you are that day, even if you don't, whatever that looks like for everybody.
Whatever that looks like. 'Cause I know that's around the time of my birthday week. So I'm going to be like,
that's right.
We have fun.
Yeah. You start with us and then you can go out and do dancing or whatever.
No, I would love to spend it July 28th.
All right.
I would love to spend time. But that's why doing this, because it fits.
I know. The sunflower should have said that to me. Yeah.
I can't wait for that. I definitely want to be in attendance, and I just love everything that you do. As I started delving into it, I was like, man, this is really a broad reach, and it's needed. And I absolutely love that, especially at a time like this. And the time like this has been going on for a very long time.
That's right.
A time like this has been happening for a while. But I thank you guys so much for joining me. I can't believe our time is up. We've been talking for, seems like forever. I've had a great time with you guys. But there is one last thing that I need you to do, and that is to make your mark on the Wall of Fame.
Yay!
So you'll
Thank
do that
you for having
while
us.
I close out.
This was awesome.
Squeak it.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Squeaky, squeak.
All right. Yeah,
Is
over
there
to
a
it.
marker here?
Right over there.
Over here.
All right. Awesome. Many thanks to Waleska and Lindsey for joining me today from No Divide KC. Definitely check them out. Check out the Queer Narratives Festival. It's going to be amazing. They do so much. If you're creative, and I know there's a lot of creatives that watch this show, tap in with them and see what they can help you with. It's a great resource. New episodes of Getting Close Up air every Friday. We'll be introducing you to new stories every Friday. Check us out. You know where to find us. Also, the extended version of this particular interview, full 45 minutes, is available on all podcast streaming platforms. Definitely check that out. If you want to be a guest on the show, you can head over to our website, thesank.com, look for the GCU tab, and click on the guest request form. You can have you right here in the purple chair sharing your story. Can't wait to see you. Thank you guys for watching. You're the best part of all of this. And I'll see you again soon for another close up. I'll be checking for you. Bye.